Wham Bam traffic cam.
Alright, we should be live. I believe we are live. Yes, we are live.
Which?
On Twitch.
Okay. This girl I like at work streams on Twitch.
No shit. The Dairy Queen?
No, at Chipotle. I haven't even started at Dairy Queen.
Oh.
Like, tomorrow would be my first day. I took a test this morning for, like, a management, it was the management training readiness assessment. It was pretty easy. I fucked up a couple questions because I was just trying to go quickly, I guess. I thought it would be longer. Test took like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I thought it would be like an hour at least. Mature audiences. Alright, got you.
Here
Rating
we go.
7,500. That's the difficulty.
Yeah, so apparently there is a, like if you go into the house rules and you like turn this up or down, you will, like each tick will change the difficulty up or down. So the baseline is considered 5,000. And it goes up to, I guess, 7,500 if you turn everything all the way up. So the rule is just don't get hit. Oh wait, I can teleport further than this. What am I thinking?
A new file and you already have teleporters?
Yep,
Or did
I'm
you
on.
just already got this deep?
Oh, I'm 51. I started it like
Okay.
a couple days ago.
Okay.
I basically just made it to the third zone. So this is my first attempt into the third zone.
You got the trait where you can't see your health.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so I don't know how the viewers count like works because like I'm watching it and you're watching it, but it says 1 to me.
'Cause, yeah, if you're watching your own channel, it doesn't count.
Okay, so all this time I had one watcher. I thought that was just me. But I guess it doesn't count me.
Pretty sure it doesn't.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, see now it says 2. Maybe it was just some sort of delay.
Maybe it does count me, I guess.
Or... yeah, I don't know. Because there was one dude like chatting me for a while, and it said there was only one viewer. But like if I'm chatting back and forth with him, like for an hour we're chatting back and forth and it says 1 viewer. So it kind of leads me to believe that you're right, that it doesn't count you. You see, if you just don't get hit, you're fine.
Right?
Dude,
That's always the case.
right. It's catastrophic when you get hit in this one, dude. It's brutal. Really makes you pay for it.
Did Jason show you Elden Ring?
Yeah, for sure. Oh. Oh, again, the shields are the worst, dude. You been playing Elden Ring?
Yeah. I need to start playing it again. I was having crashing issues, but now that I've solved my... Oh, well, I haven't fixed it completely. I turned my computer sideways. I think my cooler has, like, air in it. There's either air in the lines or, like, both air in the lines, and there's not enough liquid in the system or something, because the heat sink is on the front of the computer, and CPU is like towards the top, so I was hearing like bubbling, and I'm pretty sure like it just was overheating. So I turned it sideways so that the CPU is like at the bottom. It hasn't been having issues since. Oh, and I also have the side of my case off, so it vents all the heat out.
Right. I also have the side of my case off.
The GPU gets hot as fuck in there too, especially when it's like sideways like this. When it was vertical, the heat would go up and out of it. But... yeah, this girl at work is cool as shit, but I don't think she likes me. I don't know if I told you what already happened with that. Like, I got her number for business reasons because she was talking about, like, we were talking about how frustrating it is working at this Chipotle, like, because nobody listens, and
Right.
like she's trying to become management there and is fast tracking towards it, but is already like getting frustrated with the way people are there.
Right.
Because she kind of has the same mindset I have. We have a lot of similarities, but yeah, I was watching some shit with Kevin Samuels. He was interviewing this one other, I don't know what, she was another YouTuber, I think. But she was talking about how a bond is formed through proximity, similarity, and attraction. And like I keep noticing everywhere I work, like the proximity thing matters. Like
Yeah.
the people that work right next to each other form these bonds, and if
Yeah.
you're not right next to them, you're not in the, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's just not happening.
Yep. Oh shit, I was like that close to death. God damn.
Ouch.
Yeah, I had no idea I was that close to death, but I did pretty good on that fucking zone. Unfortunately, I didn't find the, then again, I wasn't trying to go right toward the end, toward the air limits, which is what I should have done. Sorry, but keep going. Proximity.
You
You're
got
talking
3
about
viewers
proximity.
now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Is it, yeah, that's okay.
So you were talking about proximity?
No, I just realized like other people can hear me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I kept trying to get this like resolve down. I wanna like get another weight so that my fixes my resolve issue. I'm still heavy. I want to be normal and not heavy. I wonder if I can take something off and fix that. There we go. Just lose 2 armor for 25% resolve. I don't know if I want to do that actually. Maybe not that one. Or 2 damage. Maybe it's not worth it yet. Back to 2 of us. People don't watch that often.
Yeah. Yeah, this girl at work only streams Overwatch 2 because that's like the popular game right now.
Really,
And
Overwatch?
she's like actually trying to like, you know, become full-time Twitch streamer.
Full-time Twitch streamer.
Yeah. Which is, because I guess, like, I don't know. So I got her number because we were talking, like I said, we were talking about Dairy Queen, and she was saying, like, you know, if it's good over there, to let her know. So a few days later, I was like, we were talking about Chipotle again and the situation that's going on there. I'm like, do you want me to give your number to Miranda, you know, the district manager or whatever? Well, I think I was like, did you want me to tell Miranda about you or whatever? And she was like, sure. And then I was like, you want to give me your number?
Yeah.
And so I got her number, but then I realized, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that's not how I pictured it. Right? Like,
It's alright. I like to have an excuse to get a girl's number.
and eventually later that day, I was like, oh, I gotta admit, I'm like, that's not the way, you know, I just straight up said it. I was like, you know what I just said, right? And, she's like, what do you mean? And I was saying, like, I phrased it stupid. It was a dumb way to, like, I am, like, already cringing. Because I always fucking...
Stumble over your words. Sanguine.
I told her, that I had... Yeah, the reason, I don't know, like, even I said to the Fed, I said, fuck.
That room was stupid.
Yeah, there was like 3 of those fucking...
I tried to spin kick that
dudes
one
jump
thing,
off.
but then like it broke the platform above me, and like it just went terrible real fucking quick. Because this guy starts with kick-ass fucking relics. Check this out.
Got poison, and what was the other one?
It's the measure, the ruler.
Where you do more damage to people that are farther away.
It's when you kill an enemy with a crit, you get 6% of your max health back.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh, it's percent, 6%. So see, I thought the vampirism runes and shit said percent too. But
They do.
They don't. Oh. But is it percent of base health or something?
Percent of vitality, yeah. Yeah, I think it's percent of your, yeah, so like this character's 346 base health. I think it's percentage of that.
Okay.
But if I take a Blessing of Life to push my health up, I think 6% of my health will then be more.
But, yeah, I guess the exact words, you know, somewhat were like, yeah, like, I gotta admit, that's not the way I pictured asking for your number. And she's like, what do you mean? And I was
Ha!
I'm over here working up the courage to ask you out. And she was like, oh, really? I can't like replicate the tone of, it wasn't like a bad tone, but it wasn't a good tone either. And she's like, she said she couldn't tell. And I ended up saying she was cool as hell. And she said, she's like, well, I'm not opposed, but I'm not looking for anything serious right now either.
There you go. That's fucking kick-ass.
And I was like, I'm like, well, I just wanted to say it, because saying it's better than not saying it.
Yeah, and she fucking responded well. That's kick-ass, dude. That's an amazing response.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
It didn't seem that way. It seemed like, and then, I don't know, you know, I haven't texted her yet or anything, right? Like,
She's waiting for you. She's waiting to hear from you.
I did give her number to Miranda, like I said I would. And
You have Snapchat?
no. I asked her today if Miranda got a hold of her. And she said Miranda did call her yesterday while she was streaming, and she didn't answer, and then she was thinking about it, and she doesn't really want to, like, apply there because she doesn't want to go for any job that's going to, like, make more demands of her time.
That's gonna do what?
make more demands of her time, right? Like because she's trying to do full-time streaming, right? Like she doesn't want to go to. But it's kind of silly because if she becomes SM at Chipotle, like it's basically the same as shift lead at Dairy Queen, right? Like
Right.
they're gonna ask the same thing. They're gonna want you to work mornings and nights, and I don't know.
That's how you gotta get that fucking... I don't know if you saw that dash strike. That's how I have to get my fucking health back, is I have to dash strike
Right.
things on the kill shot. Hey, it's working though. I'm actually gaining, I'm going up like pretty good in health. I was at like 40 or something. I was one hit from death. I'm definitely not one hit right now.
But
Yeah, she said she's not opposed to fucking going out. That's like,
yeah,
that's like, fuck yeah.
I don't know how to handle it from that, like at this point.
Shoot
And
her a
so,
text.
You know,
Get an idea of what you should do and try to fucking go do something with her. I don't know, I would just try to fucking I always try to take chicks out for coffee. Hey, you want to go get a coffee? So you can sit down and have a coffee. They can order whatever they want, you know, hot chocolate, it doesn't matter, fucking coffee or whatever. But the point is you just sit down, you can fucking just sit down and bullshit. Or like you guys are already so comfortable. That's really more like a first meeting, but you guys are already comfortable. You guys already like work with each other.
Kinda. That's the thing, it's like she works on the line and I'm always on grill and dish and I don't have that proximity, you know what I'm saying? Like she's like talks to a lot of other people at work way more than me because I'm not next to her. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's just always the way it is at any of these kind of places. There was a girl I liked when I worked at Domino's Pizza, and she ended up liking one of the people that worked on the line right next to her, you know what I
Right.
mean? It was like... But I don't know, tonight, you know, we did talk a bit, but it seemed like she was texting, like toward the end of the night, it seemed like she was texting somebody. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, I just don't know. She didn't even say goodbye when she left, she just kind of like dipped out. But that's like the same thing that I did when, because after that conversation where I was like, you know, well, I just wanted to say it, because saying it's better than not saying it or whatever. Like
Yeah.
after that, I dipped out.
Yeah.
Because I got nervous and I
Yeah,
just
sure.
left. But I was already planning on dipping out early
Right.
anyway, because we were like overstaffed and everything was set up. So, and plus it's like my second to last week, and I'm like phasing out. Although I did stay late yesterday and today, just because we were short-staffed, right? Like when we're short-staffed, I'm like, okay, I need to be here and I need to do all this shit.
Right.
But if we're fully staffed, it's like, okay, just need to make sure everybody's good and help them out. I mean, I don't know. Boss room.
I wish I could
don't
get the
have
chest. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Requires Aether's wings, or does it? Oh, or does it?
Astromancer talent. I know you're the duelist, but you must have picked up.
Yeah, I
most of the
found
talent,
that was like
yeah.
one of the first things I found. Yeah.
And then I'll get you the lilies too.
I don't need the lilies at all.
Isn't that like part of unlocking the boss door?
Yeah, but I'm not trying to do the boss. Oh
Okay.
shit, that was dumb. Oh, that was so dumb.
Sorry, I'm distracting you a little bit.
It's alright. Life is a distraction. Oh shit, I don't have another air jump. Yeah, you can't do that. I'm used to having 2 air dashes. That's the way through there.
Yeah.
And I billied it pretty good. No, that's good. I've been talking to this one girl. I mean, I got my girlfriend and everything, but I've been talking to this other girl. She like everybody uses Snapchat nowadays. I don't know how I would date without Snapchat anymore. It's like it's just how I communicate with everybody. And I put stories up on Snapchat because I know people will check my stories. And then I started seeing her checking my stuff, so I was posting more stories. I was like kind of posting stuff that I like wanted her to see, but it was just kind of like a cool story. And I don't know, she just kept messaging me on, like you know, she just keeps messaging me on Snap over and over. You know, she just wants to talk to me, and I'm like totally okay with that. Like I'm totally happy with that. Like I just want to talk to her. She wants to talk to me. I want to talk to her. It's perfect. That's like the fertile ground for a good relationship. And like quite honestly, to me, you know, it probably will never go to, you know, a romantic situation, but it's a good fertile ground for that. New weapon. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that keeps me even chunkier though. Damn it. Oh, I got tons of new gear.
Or you get the sandwich shit.
Oh, I got another 4 armor right here. That's pretty good. It's hard to turn down the weapon though. I never turn down a weapon.
Yeah.
It's so much weight. I don't want to, like, I just can't. I want to be less heavy.
Ditch one of the armors or something.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what it's gonna be. But if I ditch one of my armors are the unity bonus, which is giving me 20 more resolve. So it's like it's the losing the resolve either way. All right, whatever. Let's just buy the weapon. Can't argue with a weapon.
Yeah, I guess I could try to text her tomorrow once I get out of fucking Dairy Queen.
You know what I really like about Snapchat is you can send like little video calls, like little quick videos, HD. So like in a text messenger, like you can't really send HD video over text messenger. But in Snapchat, like Snapchat's basically text messenger, except that you can send HD video. So I might take like a little selfie of my face and just be like, hey, just wondering what you're up to, you know, or whatever, you know, and I just talk to it for a second, or, you know, like, hey, I'm going on my way to work, or whatever. I just fucking tell her something, you know, and it's like, it's really personal because they see your face and you're talking to them. I don't know, I just...
Yeah,
I can't.
I've never been big on cameras, dude. I never took selfies, and like the idea of like taking video of myself is like way beyond that.
Is this real? I can do this?
Yes.
Look at
You
this.
can spin jump off the wall. You must have, it gives you like less health. You have like 20% less health, but you can spin jump off of,
I think I don't have that though.
What?
Look, look!
What the fuck? Then what's... Oh, because...
Because it was a breakable wall.
Yeah.
You can
like
spin kick off
can't do it
breakable
off the
walls.
other wall. Yeah.
You mean I literally could do that? Okay, whatever.
But the spin kick doesn't break it.
Yeah, only Y and B will break it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not about the video, it's about the voice. It's about they can hear your voice, and it's more personal. But then she sends you videos of her face, and you like that. I do.
I don't even know if she's on Snapchat. I don't know.
Right, might be a good question.
I would have to like be on there already and then ask. It's like I don't know, dude. I don't know how to handle myself in these situations, and I never did.
Right.
You know, part of it, I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm on the autism spectrum, and the communication issues and dealing with girls is all part of that. But it's also, you know, fucking having a shit time in high school and being like manipulated by girls and stuff, and just being treated like the bottom of the barrel. Like I just feel like, you know, ever since kindergarten I was always bullied, and that always like put me on the bottom tier in the social ladder at school. And I like, you know what I mean, like people, I heard people joke about it, you know what I mean, like they would make jokes about me, like as if it's like, you know, a horrifying thought to like, you know what I'm saying, like
Kids are cruel.
yeah.
Shit.
That was my whole development, was that kind of cruelty. never got over it. Like I still feel like I'm you know what I mean. Every time I'm attracted to a girl, like I just still feel the same kind of same kind of shit I felt back then. I feel bad, like you know, I feel the attraction at first, and then I start immediately feeling like shit, because it's tied to all of that trauma. And everything since, you know what I mean, whether I'm ruining my chances with the girls I talk to, or whether they just don't like me, you know what I mean, like I just don't ever have success. So, you know what I'm saying, like I said before, it's like, you know, confidence comes from success, right? Like everybody says girls like confident men, but the reason why is because the girls like the guys that are banging all the other girls. And that's why they're confident, because they're successful with women.
Yeah, but they're confident from other things as well. They're confident from their success in their business. They're confident in their success in their job. They're confident in their ability to succeed in society and socialize. Like I said, I think it's a really good idea to ask her if she has Snap, because if she has Snap and she communicates on Snap, but you're not a part of that, like, her main communication you might not, you know, be a part of. Whereas if you, that's how I feel about Snap now, is like, there's, you know, maybe a dozen people or whatever that I interact with kind of regularly-ish, and half of them are not on Snapchat. So half of them are not getting half of the information I'm sending out. Because I'm posting stories and I'm sending multi-text. Because like another thing you can do is you can send to multiple people. So if I send a meme out to one of my friends, I might send it to 3 or 4 real quick. Boom, 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 click, 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 click. And if you're not on Snapchat, you just ain't getting that. Like, I'm just not sending it. And I'm not saying that you have to or something, but I know that it's if you're on Snapchat and you're talking on Snapchat and that's part of your world, then it's easier to communicate with people that are also on Snapchat. And I've had a difficult, I've noticed chicks recently asking, instead of like, what's your number, like, what's your Snapchat? I don't know if I told you that before.
Typing a comment. Trying to win a free Switch. Nearly impossible odds here, but it's free entry. All I gotta do is drop a comment, and I have a chance to win a OLED Switch.
OLED Switch. Yeah, I need this double jump trial. What the fuck, man? I really need this double jumper. It's bullshit right now.
It's tough. Like I was saying, I think therapy is gonna help a lot, but I don't know if I can ever level up socially to the point where I'm like competent at this.
Yeah, maybe not. But I tell you what, I think it's valuable to think that you can, because then you'll try, and I think you'll have fruit from that you'll be happy about.
I mean, I am trying.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think is trying compatible with the thought that that it'll never work? Right? It's not really. I don't think.
I guess. I mean, it's not. I don't know if it's compatible or not. I don't have faith. I don't have hope, but I try anyway.
So, but if you're gonna try anyway, wouldn't it be helpful to think that it might work?
I mean, it might. It's just the odds are astronomically stacked against me.
Okay, but I think you need to very carefully define what you mean then. Because if you think it's astronomical, then maybe you have standards that are too high. You know, what exactly is it that you're aiming for? You know, because like if you want to have kids by 30, which is what I wanted to do, you've failed and I've failed too, right? But, you know, like, you know, what is the goal? You know, you want a relationship for a long term? Like, that's what I want. I don't know what you want, but I think...
I mean, yeah, basically.
Yeah, I think clarifying the goal can help, and I think there's definitely ways to find a long-term relationship. There's tons of people, dude. We're in Detroit, dude. There's tons of people.
Yeah, but since I have this condition, you know what I mean? It's like this condition that makes me unattractive because it's a feedback loop, right? Like it's.
So are you like eternally like doomed, or are you trying because there's a chance that it might work? It's like these seem like incompatible thoughts to me. It's like sometimes you say like there's no chance because I'm like cursed or I'm doomed.
It's a little cognitive dissonance, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like I think there's a chance, but I feel like I'm screwed.
Yeah. So I respect that. I think that's a really honest expression. I'm glad to hear that you're trying, and I think that it's a consequence of your history that it hurts and that it feels like maybe it's hopeless. But I'm glad to hear that you're trying, because I think that everyone improves over time, and if you want to become more sociable and involved, then I think you will.
I think that everyone improves over time is kind of an assumption based on neurotypical, like.
You're right.
That was right. Like
you're right. That is not 100% true all the time.
I feel like I've been trying. Like I haven't been trying as hard as I can, but I feel like I've been trying as hard as I can stand to. And it's been like over 20 years since I even got close, dude. I had a girlfriend in high school between junior and senior year, but that was very short-lived. It was only like 2-3 months. Channel went quiet. I don't know if I can hear you anymore. Something might happen to your mic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was listening. Shelby just sent me a snap, so I muted myself for a second.
Right
on. I'm sorry. I did miss whatever you last said.
Just forgot what I last said because I'm still having those short-term memory issues. Even though, I did smoke yesterday.
I would think that therapy would help. I think therapy is very good. There's a therapy that I really like. By the way, I think therapy can be done on your own or with a therapist. Like, I'm familiar with a lot of therapeutical concepts. I'm not a therapist. But I've familiarized myself with a lot of the different information about the brain and the mind. And PTSD is a bitch, and I think you're going through some of that, and Samantha's going through some of that. I think that's something to look into. And there's also this book that I really, really fucking like. Honestly, I'll just buy it for you if you want it. It's called The Road Less Traveled. I've bought probably 10 copies. I just give it out to people.
You were telling me about it the other day.
I literally just buy it and give it to people because it's just... It's not that it's... It's not for everyone, I'll be honest. But if it is for you, like it was for me, like, oh my fucking god. You know what I mean? It's just so... It's like my Bible. It's like my directive on mental health. And I just try to be... And honestly, the Bible is probably a better like moral guide, because this doesn't really give you any of that. But this gives you like a guide on mental health, like what's a healthy mentality and what's not, and that's pretty cool. The first main section is called Discipline. It's 4 parts. They can be read in any order. The dude's a therapist who wrote it, and the first part's called Discipline. It's just all the disciplines, the mental disciplines, whatever, and it's like 10 or 12 or 15 of them or something, and they're like short little 5 or 8 page, sometimes like 3 page sections. There's just all these little key points, and then he'll throw in little stories about like, okay, so I was doing therapy with this veteran who was going through this and that, and like he just throws in little stories and perfect examples. And then the second section is on love and what he thinks love is and how he defines it, and what he thinks real love is versus these kind of like fake loves, these like sexual or other types of loves. And then the third one's like religion, and the fourth one's grace. And I found the most value in the first one, maybe the first 2, but I think all of them are pretty good. But It doesn't need to be like read in any order too. It's kind of what I liked. I could pick it up and put it down. I could like go right to one section and then just read that section or whatever. But yeah, so there's lots of resources out there. Obviously, Jordan Peterson's fucking killer. If you like listening to audio, I love listening to him. He fucking just brings me clarity and like peace. I don't know if you listen to him or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, he's really fucking good. But I don't have the exact answers for you, but I can say that one other thing I did want to add was CBT. I don't know if you've ever looked into cognitive behavior therapy, but they call it CBT, and it's have you heard of it?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you it real quick. Cognitive behavior therapy is a technique of mental therapy by which you slowly distinguish between things that are happening in your head. Like you have things happening in your head, right? And so you need this particular therapy is about distinguishing between thoughts, feelings, which are emotions, and behaviors, which are physical actions or verbal actions. And literally, the therapy is about distinguishing between the three. And it's like in a stressful situation, can you go and like just kind of focus on which one is which? And it seems silly, honestly. Maybe this isn't helpful at all. But like, it seems silly. But sometimes, honestly, I don't even know this is for you at all. But I know this was very helpful for me when I learned about it. And then it became like super easy. You know, once I was like, oh yeah, okay, obviously, like there's a difference between, like, okay, there's emotions. You know what I mean? So because people will say things like, well, I feel like he did this and that. Well, wait a minute. Do you feel that or you think that? And sometimes like that can be like important. And I don't think that you do that. I'm not suggesting that or anything. But that particular therapy was really simple, really easy to learn, and at certain times helpful for me. So those are some things I would just wanted to mention. And like I said, Snapchat, for whatever reason, it's if she's on it, you know what I mean, I would say you'd want to be on it. Even if it's just for her, just to contact her. But also you can keep up with me on Snapchat too. And if not for her, then the next chick. The next chick might be on Snapchat. Ah, what a juke. That was bull, the way that shield did that right there. Ah, he got me again. Shield is the worst. Ah, I tried to juke it and I didn't in time. Thought I had it for sure. Come on, just let me get my double jump. Like, come on. I can't get through this zone. It's ridiculous. Hard mode where you actually can't get through zone 3. Like, come on. Come on.
Gotta level up a little bit more.
I guess.
And don't get hit.
I just don't get hit, bro. Barbarian's super strong. We're gonna do this. This disability only disables me when I get hit, but this is a don't get hit run. Therefore, that disability will never affect me. You see what I'm saying? I kind of don't want to waste the rest of my ore on something I don't actually want. Just gonna dunk the money to Shran. Here you go, Shran. Enjoy your 600 gold, you jerk. Also, dude, like, I've been focusing on this, fucking podcast that I want to build. This magic investing podcast. And nothing in my entire life has made me feel as important or confident or respectable than doing this. Like, it's a true expression of myself that could lead to absolute riches if I dump my fucking time into it correctly. It's an honest fucking passion. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, most podcasts might make some money, but you're more than likely not going to end up being like Joe Rogan, right? Like,
no, it's not about that. It's, even if I made, okay, so what, Joe Rogan made what, $1 billion, $5 billion, something like that.
Oh, you talking about his Spotify deal?
Yeah, so he made like a couple billion or something, right? Plus money. So is it what he made like?
It's over time. Like he doesn't get it all up front, right? Like,
but he's made like what, 5 or 10 bill, right? The point is,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just saying, like, that's like the #1 example of like money making podcasts, right? Like,
yeah. So if he made, say, let's just throw a number out there, 10 million. Does it sound fair? So you say he made 10 million, just as a number. He's the top podcast. He made 10 million off podcasting. If I made even like, say 100,000 off podcasting in the next 5 years, on that, I would feel like a mega success. I would consider that a massive success. So that's what I'm aiming for. The riches that I referred to off the podcast is what I will do by doing this podcast is I'll create a community. And this community is going to be looking to me for which cards to invest into. And they're going to potentially be watching me and getting out of Magic and wanting to sell me their collection for cheap. They're sellers for me. They're collectors and sellers. And they're people that are going to use my affiliate link when they go to TCG Player. And the affiliate link money is fucking buku. And furthermore, you know how there's like rules, there's like legal rules, the SEC against like, there's all these fucking things you can't do with stocks and securities, right? There's a million fucking rules about like price targets and price fixing and monopolizing and what you call like buyouts, targeted buyouts, price manipulation, coordinated fucking like you can totally do all that with Magic cards. None of it's illegal.
Yeah.
So if I have a channel, and I'm considered, eventually, like I said, this is to me a 5 to 10 year plan. And honestly, I'm going to do it for far longer than that, but I think it will take about 5 years to really take hold. And in 10 years, it should be so fucking profitable, I can't even see straight. That's how I see it. Between the buyers, or the sellers that I'll be able to buy their stuff for cheap, and between the affiliate linking, and between the views, and between the ability of myself to I'll be able to push my own cards. I mean, I bought all the cards, so everything I'm pushing is my own cards. But like, as I'm bringing attention to this, I'm drawing attention to all the old, like I'm advertising for I'm advertising for new buyers to invest into old Magic, right? I'm increasing the market cap. Does that make sense? Oh shit. So it's like a 4 or 5 pronged approach. And when I put the math together in my head, I realized I couldn't not do it. I have to do this. This is what I have to do. I am the veteran. I am the experienced player. I was playing back then, dude. I was playing back then. The kids nowadays that are opening boxes never even fucking saw Ice Age. You know what I mean? So they don't have any idea what it was like back then. And so I am actually like the go-to, like the de facto kind of like expert.
True.
So yeah, I just couldn't be more geeked about it. And this is the first thing that in my life like really gives me confidence and makes me feel good about myself in a certain kind of way where I feel like a woman would actually be attracted to me. Like before, it really was just like I didn't know why. You know, I didn't really care. But now that I'm doing this podcast, or I'm not even like launched it yet. You know, I'm just planning it. Just planning it like gives me a feeling of purpose in a way that I feel like desirable as a partner now, for the first time. You know, like I have something that's like I feel like a woman would want a partner that is like developing his own podcast where he has a particular expertise in a game that he absolutely loves, who he's kind of an expert in because he's been playing it forever. I feel like that's something that someone would want. Hell yes. So I think it's more about that. Fine fucking that. You know, like you're really good with audio and shit, right? Maybe there's something. Maybe there's something you can do with audio.
I mean, I always wanted to be in a fucking band, like in high school. Like I played the shit out of guitar, and I always wanted to like join a band, but the social issues kind of stopped that from happening.
Maybe it's the right time.
People didn't want to. But okay, and what stops me from playing guitar now is my shoulder problem. Although I did tell Charles Romella I'd pick it up because he was telling me he got a drum set, and I was like, no shit. I'm like, that gives me an excuse to fucking start playing guitar again.
There you go. Luck. Now you're gonna find a chick that wants a dude in a band, you know?
But I see that's about one of the other factors. I never wanted a chick that wants a guy in a band, right? I never wanted to like be the guy that had the guitar and the chicks rolling around you because of the guitar. And I realized like that was one of the only reasons I had a girlfriend at all. Right? Like, yeah, like I don't know if you remember Nicole Brown.
No.
She that was the only girl I was ever with. And that was like between junior and senior year for me, but it was mainly because like we had a couple classes together. She knew I played a 7-string. She was like a super huge Korn fan.
I like huge Korn.
No, I mean, she was
just kidding, bro.
But I remember, like, you know, while we were hanging out, she was even asking me about my friend Jay LaFell and shit. And that was a little off-put by that. And then she ended up breaking up with me late sometime in the summer, and then ended up dating Jay LaFell.
There is no way.
Like,
I'm sorry.
What?
Keep going with the Jay LaFell.
There was no way. What? You talking about the game?
The game.
Because I'm watching.
Yeah. So look, it's supposed to. The lake is supposed to be at the bottom.
Oh.
Okay, but look. There's no exits here. Nothing. Nothing. And then look all the way around the top. Look. Like somehow that is supposed to exit to the fucking lake. Like what the fuck?
Weird.
It's so absurd. Like, I can't believe it. I'm sorry, Jay LaFell.
Yeah. She ended up breaking up with me without having sex with me, and then she ended up dating my best friend.
Yeah, sometimes that shit happens, bro. I'm not trying to trivialize it. It sucks.
It's fucking more than 20 years later, and I've still never had sex. And it makes me want to kill myself. Because it just, I feel like I'm not attractive to women because I don't have the success. Like, it's like I said, it's a feedback loop, right? Like, there's successful guys that get women all the time, and I'm on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, right? Like, this is what it means to be an incel, right? Involuntarily celibate. Nobody wants to be this way. That's the involuntary part.
Yeah, like I said, I would try to keep your focus on building your podcast or whatever, expression of yourself you can, you think is worthwhile. What worked for me, quite honestly, I did this whiteboarding. I wrote down, for about 10 days, I just wrote down everything I wanted out of, like, for my life, my whole life. I just wrote down everything I wanted. And then I plotted it all out and fucking tied it all together and categorized it all. I had a few main categories. It was physical health. I want physical health. I want mental health. I want financial health, meaning I want to be fucking rich. I want to have a lot of money. So I want physical, mental health. I want lots of money. And I also... Oh, the other thing about my podcast is an avenue for me to teach. This is the other part. I really wanted to teach in my life. I thought I'd write a book or become a teacher, and I was a teacher for a while, but
Right.
I think this is a great avenue for me to send information out to teach. So I'm very excited that it basically fulfills my life passion. It allows me basically a microphone, or whatever. And there was more intricate details, a little bit. But, oh, and I want a family, too. That was a part of it, too. And it's weird how this podcast is like all of it, though, because I also think that the success that it will bring me and the amount of attention that it will draw to me will increase my chances of success, like, romantically. If that makes sense. Not only because it boosts my confidence, but it also increases the number of people who see me at all. And so for that reason, this podcast really, it was literally, it was a solution to everything on my whole board. It gave me everything I wanted. And so that's when I realized that's what I have to do. And it's not only it's not what I have to do. I literally wrote down everything I wanted. So this is the thing that I really want to do. It's the thing that that ties all of my wants together. It's the thing, by doing this one thing, I get all of my wants solved. So it took me fucking 35 years of my life to figure out that that's what I want to do, but I think that's exactly what I want to do, and I'm really upset. I'm like bummed that it took me this long to figure it out. So I'm not saying everybody's gonna come to that solution in the same way that I did, but this method that I used, I feel like worked for me. But I am speaking pretty prematurely because I haven't like even started like filming the podcast formally. You know, I'm really just storyboarding ideas and practicing streaming live, broadcasting live here. That's the stage I'm at. I've also come to realize that like I am like painfully libertarian. I fucking hate when people try to force me to do shit.
Yeah.
So this is the problem with this hard mode is Blessing of Life you take double damage from, so it's like it's almost your whole health pool for this like Blessing of Life.
It's hard not to be libertarian, right? Like it's under.
You'd think so, dude.
Once you understand the non-aggression principle, it's you know, it's like how can anybody disagree with that unless you're a fucking asshole, right? Like. Hey.
There we go.
Right, like the only way you disagree with the non-aggression principle is if you think it's okay to bully people around.
Right.
Right, like, and that's just the reality. Is all statists think it's okay to bully people around.
Right. I don't even think I want to fuck with this guy.
He's gonna run forward and then you can just like stab him, right? Like you don't even have to.
Alright. Take it.
Yeah, you got him into the right place to fight him, you know?
Yeah, knocked him down, you saw that?
Yeah. Forgot what I was saying.
Authoritarians. Statists.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I feel like there's some trick to this room, but there's just not. The fuck?
The only counter argument I can think of is that, you know, if you were to have, you know, a libertarian whatever, or anarcho-capitalist society, and what's to stop the murder gangs? You know what I mean? Like, what's to stop the rich and powerful from having their own fucking police forces that aren't like a state police force, but they're just a gang and they fucking kill people? Like, what's to stop it from being, you know, a narco state, right? Where the cartels run everything.
Yes.
So I guess the idea is like, you know, there's going to be bullies no matter what. So having the state bully the bullies seems to be like the only use for it, right? Like.
Yep. I shouldn't even be going down here. I was literally thinking this before I went down here. Oh well. Now we gotta go up. I just still can't find this fucking lake, dude. It's supposed to be at the southeast. These builds are crazy.
Are you trying to find the dry lake?
What?
Why are you trying to find the dry lake?
That's where the fucking double jump is.
Are you? Oh, you? Okay, sorry. I'm thinking. You're talking about. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking like the dry lake. That's the 6th zone.
Right. Shit. Just cannot find my way to that southeast corner, dude.
I thought it was just on the right. I didn't think it was on the bottom. I thought it was always on the right side.
Yes, but I'd gotten to the right like so many times in the last couple of runs. So far to the right. Now let's do the one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be in a band. I guess what I was trying to say earlier is just I don't want to like use the status of like being guy in a band to try to get chicks, right? Like I don't want to be.
Yeah, but it's not like you. It's not like people who try to be successful are using trying to be successful to get chicks. Like it's like you're not doing it to get a chick.
I've seen the results though. Like my cousin Mike is a professional musician, right? Like that's just what he does. He plays bars. He ended up joining the band Candlebox while their guitarist was like doing a solo project. So he was with them for a couple of years touring and shit until their original guitarist like came back. And that's how it is. Every time I go out, like, you know, I haven't seen him in a long time, but every time I used to go out and see his band or whatever, like, it just, you know, girls are always wanting to talk to him, and they don't want to have anything to do with me. Like I couldn't be around it. Like, that was the last conversation I had with him back in, like, 2014. It's been a long
like, chicks
time.
understand music, you know, so, like, when they see someone trying to succeed, and especially in like a form that they understand, like music, then that draws their interest. You know, like I'm gonna try and get chicks to be interested in me when I'm talking about Magic cards. I don't even play Magic, dude. Chicks don't even fuck. You know what I mean? Chicks listen to music. Chicks don't play Magic. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, in a certain sense, I'm kind of fighting an uphill battle on that one. You know, I could have picked music. But
I was saying, I couldn't be around. I couldn't be around my cousin anymore. Like I randomly, he came into the gas station I was working at, and he invited me out to another one of his shows, and I was like, you know, like I just told him I couldn't do it because the last couple times I did it, it was pretty traumatic.
damn.
Like I went to his album release party or his EP release party at the Magic Stick. I can't remember if it's the Magic Stick or the Magic Bag. I get those two confused. But it's in like Ferndale on Woodward. But yeah, I went to this EP release party, and there's a couple weird things that happened. One, there was a girl there that I had actually like went on a sort of date with. It was like a blind date that my uncle set me up on a long time ago. That was like the reason I got on Facebook in the first place. He like wanted me to get on Facebook to talk to this girl because he was working at OU at the time, and she was like journalist at OU or whatever, like student. But anyway, I saw this girl at the party because she was like writing an article about his band, and she didn't want to talk to me at all. It was just awkward running into her again. It's like, you know, we had talked and then went on that blind date and then like never talked again. But she's there talking to my cousin, right? Like, and then not only that, the band that opened for him, it tripped me out. I didn't realize it that night, but I had auditioned for that band before.
Huh?
I had already met those guys and smoked weed with them, and one of them was playing like Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 or some shit. And yeah, they like when I was living at Josh and Sarah's on South Boulevard, like these guys lived in a house down the street, less than a mile away, like just across the fucking street, basically. I don't remember how I found them. Probably online, some kind of forum. But yeah, they had picked me up and we jammed and I had auditioned for the band and they never fucking called me again. And then I go to Mike's show and there's them and they're fucking all buddy with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, it drove me nuts that everyone was willing to talk to him and nobody wanted anything to do with me. But he had rich parents, right? Like they had a nice house with a big basement and they bought him all the equipment, and so he had a drum set down there and guitar and bass, and he was able to just have a band set up in his basement that his parents paid for, and he never had to pay rent and didn't have to get a job. You know what I mean? He had every advantage that allowed him to do the band thing.
Yeah.
And we used to hang out, but he never we used to jam. Like he even said he started playing guitar because he wanted to be like me. But then when I wanted to play with him, he didn't want to include me and shit. And then it was frustrating. I had a hard time. I haven't seen him in a long time. I want to see him. I tried to hit him up at some point a few years back when I got a new guitar and I was trying to pick it up again. I was trying to see how he's doing. But he still talks to my other cousin that I talk to every day. It's like.
I mean,
anyway,
are you jealous?
Yeah, envious. Every time I hung around him, I was always envious. After he started getting, he has the band, he has the attention from girls. He doesn't fucking share any of it with me, right? I'm envious and angry, and I can't be around him, even though I love him, right? He's family, and I'm proud of him, but until I get over my issues, or unless he was willing to help me with my issues, then I just can't. I can't be every time I'm around him, it's fucking traumatizing.
Yeah, are you jealous of him, or are you jealous of the attention?
Both. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm jealous of the advantages that he had.
Okay, so I guess. Sorry, go ahead.
The advantages that he had that allowed him to even have a band at all, that allowed him to focus on music and not have to work for a living. I mean, he has to work for his living now, kinda.
I was gonna say that's where cognitive behavior therapy will come into play a little bit, because I was saying, are you jealous of this or are you jealous of that? But jealousy is a feeling. It's not
it's envy. Jealousy is when you are worried that someone else is going to take what you have, whereas envy is you're just you want what somebody else has, and seeing other people happy makes you feel shitty. And envy is what I deal with. I'm not ever jealous because I don't have anything. I'm envious of other people. I'm envious of the people that work frontline in DML at work because they get to be next to each other and have camaraderie and shit. Right? I'm envious of everyone that's ever had any kind of fucking relationship, even the people that have had toxic ones.
Okay, so what do you think? Can you define envy for me again, then?
It's when, you want what other people have, and seeing them happy makes you feel like shit. I don't wish ill on other people because of it. There's no malice involved, but I feel fucking shitty seeing other people happy. When I worked at the gas station, there was an incident where, a couple came in and they're talking or whatever, and they they're like, I'm ringing up their shit, and they like kissed each other right in front of me, and I snapped and kicked them out of the store
Haha.
because I don't want to like what like that's so I feel like that's so disrespectful to do that right in front of somebody, right? Like public displays of affection are fucking bullshit, right? Like because I'm so full of envy and self-hatred that I don't want to see it. I don't want to see people doing that. I don't want to be around people that are actively talking about sex and stuff. Like I just don't want to be like until I get mine. I don't want to see anybody get theirs.
But it's that perspective that might inhibit that in the first place.
I guess. I mean, it's part of it. It's all. That's what I'm saying. It's a feedback loop. It's all tied to itself. You know, the people who are successful become confident, become more successful, and I'm stuck in this fucking prison where, like, you know, I don't have the fucking ability to get out of it because it's all, you know, it's all negative all the way down.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
attractive attitude is trying to help other people up, trying to lift up others. You know what I mean? Not hating them because they're succeeding. You know what I mean? That's not as attractive.
no, it's not that I don't hate them. That's what I'm saying. There's no malice. Right, maybe I used to, but I feel like shit. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be around it. I'm happy for them, good for them, right? But I don't want to be exposed to a lot of shit that other people are doing because um, I feel terrible. You know, I'm only functional when I'm able to ignore all of this stuff and not be around it. Like, you know, like when I'm working, I want to focus on work because if I see all these people doing all this other stuff, and like for instance, like at Chipotle, right when I started there, like you know in the first week, there was this girl that I was somewhat attracted to or whatever, and I started talking to, but then within the first week, she's like already talking to this other dude that I worked grill with who was a total shitbag, didn't do anything right, didn't do shit, and um, yeah, like you know, within like he started there like a week before me, and I don't know, like within the first week of me being there, she's already talking to that dude. So, but then not only oh there you are, double jump time. Um, so because she was talking to the other dude, I'm like, all right, I'm just not gonna simp. Like I've simped for girls before, and I'm just not gonna simp for girls again, right? Like, oh, I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to her. I'm not gonna show any interest, and I'm just gonna focus on work, and that's what I did. And I ended up becoming kitchen manager, and that other dude got fired because he was like smoking a joint on the clock. No, that was before with our old GM. Now people do that shit all the time and nobody gets fired because the GM, like I started bringing my vape pen because I saw the GM with his vape pen and I'm like, okay, if that's how it's gonna be. Prior to that, I was never bringing my shit to work though, but anyway, let's sidetracking. This dude got fired. And then we ended up getting some more grill people, and this chick ended up with both of the other grill people that we It's like, you know, 3 out of the 4 grill people I worked with up until this point, like, she fucked all of them. And it became, and then there was a whole shit show between these other 2 grill people. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't sit for this shit. But at the same time, it was super annoying. Like, I didn't want to fucking be around any of that shit. I wanted her to get fired.
So how's that
And then
not
she,
wishing ill on people?
well, she also didn't do her, she didn't do her job.
Okay.
Like, all she does is fucking socialize, doesn't do any work, and just talks to everybody, and she's just a massive distraction, right? Like, I felt like she deserved to get fired. and then the fucking every other girl person except me was like icing on the cake. And she ended up quitting, and then she came back, and I was pissed that they let her come back.
Right.
She still doesn't do shit. She's a terrible example. There's other people, you know, that come in and don't do shit because they're talking to her, and it's like, you know, I bust ass, and I don't like seeing people
Yeah.
not do their job and still get paid, you know?
Right. I do understand that.
There were these two 17-year-olds that ended up in a relationship, and they were like flaunting it at work, like they came in together, like they were on a date, and they came to work on the date, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out. I wasn't even the one that said it was the other service manager, Autumn. She was like, no, get the hell out of here.
Wait a second. I'm sorry to interrupt your story, but hold on a second. How is this possible, or is it possible? I cleared all the way from the start, all the way through room after room, all the way down to this heirloom. And I've busted a few things here, and I have 0 gold right now. How is that possible?
What?
How do I have 0 gold? Oh, it says 32 there. That's in the bank? Like what? Oh, compulsive gambling. Only chest
What
drop
is it?
gold.
Oh, so you just haven't opened it. You just so
God.
you have the treasure map, and so you know where all the chests are.
But I
You can't
used
see
it
where
to
you
I
are.
used it to get to the heirloom.
I see.
That's what I
You
did.
just like
Okay.
went straight for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted the heirloom. I want the double jump, dude. It's hindering
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, there's a lot of gold on the table.
Fucking double jump on the table. There's fucking everything's on the table now. Fuck, that's 760 gold in the first chest. Send it.
Well, so yeah, these two 17-year-olds like came in like to work, like dressed up like they're on a date together or whatever, and that was annoying as shit, right? Like I mean, you know, obviously I wasn't after this girl because she was only 17. Like, yeah, she was attractive, but you know, she's just a kid, right? Like, you know, wasn't doing that. But I'm just saying it was annoying to have to see it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like work relationships should be kept on the down low. Like, I don't have a problem with people having work relationships. I just don't think everybody should know about it. And coming into the fucking job together, like on a date, makes it obvious, right? Like, that's stupid. Oh no. Oh, the fire.
It's dumb. Oh, well, we got the extra jump.
Re-risen.
We got a vegan.
But, so I ended up telling the girl that she like broke a rule basically at some point because you know, because it kind of is a rule. Like I don't know if I can point to it in the book. This is just like a general like workplace rule that if you're like in a work relationship, you don't like come in together like that. She didn't even understand, and then she's like, "Oh, we're just friends." I'm like, "It didn't look that way." And of course, they were spending all their time together afterward, right? Like, it's like, yeah, lies, just friends, right? Like, cap.
How do you know what they're doing after work?
Because they were constantly hanging out around the building, like, you know, like they would go park like behind the other building and chill in their car or whatever. Like, I didn't stick around. I mean, this shit was just obvious that they were like, I mean, and I even heard one of the, like, this was later, but I heard one of the managers, like, it happened on an off night, but like the dude's dad like came to the store looking for him because he was supposed to be home already, and he was like hiding in the back of her car or whatever. That's just the story I heard. I mean, I'm just saying they made it real obvious that they were in a relationship, even though she said they weren't at the first. Right? Like it was obvious to me, like off the bat, but she was in denial about it. But I was just telling her, don't bring it to work. You know what I mean? And she didn't get it because they just kept bringing it to work. And then I eventually had the GM, like they both left for college, and then after they had both quit and were done, and then they fucking came back together like a couple days after they quit to like come and talk to everybody, and the GM basically told them like, look, you guys can't flaunt your relationship here. You guys gotta go. Especially after they didn't even work there anymore. It's like, this isn't a place for you guys to come and hang out with everybody, right? Like,
Right.
but it's just, seeing all that stuff is annoying. It's super annoying to me, right? Like, it's massively, it triggers this envy, right? Just massive envy. Because I want what they have. And it makes me feel like shit to see them having it. And I don't wish ill on them, right? I didn't have a problem with them. I just didn't want it at work, so I don't have to see it.
It being against the workplace rules is different than you not wanting to see it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why when I tried to, like, when I made the point, I made it about the workplace rules.
Well, of course.
But it personally affected me, and I'm trying to, like, not show that, but it's there, right? Like, it bothers me to see this stuff, especially at work, right? Like, if I'm out in public, it's something else, right? Like, people can do what they want. I'm not really, in control of that. I can just leave if I don't like it, right? But at work, it's different.
I mean, if you told the customer that they shouldn't kiss in front of you, I mean,
It was a long time ago at the gas station, but yeah. I mean, it is rude, right? Yeah, you're not supposed to say anything to customers about anything, but it's totally rude. It's like you just pretending the cashier don't exist.
I mean, different people have different ideas of what rude is. Like, that girl might have thought it was rude if he didn't kiss her back, you know what I mean, or whatever. I'm not actually gonna disagree with you on the thing. I don't really, I don't really like PDA, but people are different. Obviously, know that.
Now that I think about it, that same dude ended up working at that gas station after I left. I stopped in there one day to like say hi to my old boss or whatever, and it was that dude who was working there. He like just started. I'm like, that's funny. I don't know, I'm just trying to describe what the envy is like and what triggers it.
Well, I
Like
think
said,
it's
there's no malice involved, it's just envy.
I think what's hard for me is I had a different understanding of what jealousy and envy meant before we started talking, but that's not really consequential. It's just leading me to a little more difficulty. I think the important part is I think it's triggered by PTSD. I think it's PTSD, dude. I think that's like a traumatic response. It's a response to a traumatic event that brings up strong memories, And I really don't know what the therapy for PTSD is, but I think, PTSD is a lot more common than is diagnosed. I think I have some form of PTSD myself over one traumatic thing that happened to me when I was younger, and I I'm not saying that it's similar to your situation or anything like that, but I think PTSD is pretty common and pretty underdiagnosed, and therapies for that might be helpful. Maybe I really don't know that much. I'm really not a therapist, dude.
Yeah, I need to get back with my therapist. I only did that the first visit, and that was in June. And I emailed her like 2 weeks ago trying to see if I could get an appointment for last week or for that week, but
You don't think it'd be better to talk to a dude?
and maybe.
I think it'd be better to talk to a dude, but maybe a chick is who you want to talk to. So I don't really know. But, as long as the person's skilled, they should be able to do the job. I just think since it's such a gendered thing that's kind of the focus of your attention, maybe someone of the same gender would be more attuned.
Possible. I mean, it's hard to talk to anybody about it. Like, it's easier to talk to friends, but
Yeah.
like it's real hard to admit any of this shit to strangers. I mean, in fact, I actively hide it from most people, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
because there's so much stigma attached to it.
Yeah, I think you would want to get to the point where you could see somebody in public, like a couple, like making out or something, like it not like upset you. I think that would be a goal.
Dude, at this point, I have trouble, like, period, with crowds, dude. I went to the bar the other day with Charles, but before that, he wanted to, like, stop in at OU to, he said the radio station at OU was throwing, like, a Halloween party.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, I didn't really want to do it, but I'm like, like, yeah, I'll check it out, right? I'll just, like, shadow you or whatever.
Yeah.
And the minute I walked into this large room, I'm like, nope. I just turned. It was like,
There's too many people.
It was like Homer Simpson walking into, or Grandpa Simpson walking into the brothel where Bart was the doorman. He's like, walks in, turns around, walks right back out. I need to find that meme now.
Well, it was just too many people in the room. You don't like it?
Yeah, it was a lot of people, a lot of young people, and I just felt massively insecure about the way I looked. I don't have a Halloween costume. I don't even have, like, a decent hat to wear. Like, right now, I'm, like, walking around like fucking Tim Pool outside
When
with
was this?
beanie on my head.
Wait, where was it?
OU.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of college kids.
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, if you feel insecure about how you look when you're out in public, that's totally a great reason to look into how you look, dress it, get it to the point where you're proud, you're happy, that you think you're putting your best foot forward, and that'll bring you confidence when you're out in public. Like, ENTJs are like, there's like these mock awards for the different classes, personality types. Like the ENTJ mock award was most well dressed, which it's like whatever. But like, so I feel like maybe I'm just lucky in a certain regard to my personality type, because I put zero, I put like so little. Like, I feel like it's just so, like, I just don't give a fuck about how, like, I just don't shave. I just wear the same fucking jeans and the same black t-shirt over and over and over again. But it turns out, I guess seems well dressed is just a plain black t-shirt. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Or whatever. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm like I'm definitely not like anything. I just mean that I feel like I got lucky, and the personality trait is that I don't feel like I don't have to spend a lot of time and attention. Like, I don't have to like do my hair and fucking, you know what I mean. I don't even have to hardly shave. And then dressing myself it just comes like so like accidental. You know what I mean? To me. But whatever I do works well enough for me that I don't have to worry about it. I feel lucky in that regard. I guess I just want to say that I feel lucky that I don't have to like concern myself with that, because I don't feel like uncomfortably like underdressed or anything out in public. Like, I feel very confident in public, like talking to people. And you know what? Actually, these First Amendment videos make me feel very fucking confident too. Because these dudes stand up to the police, and they're like just very well informed. Like, no, you can't ID me because there's no statute of limitations saying, or there's no like they're so more
identify.
Yeah, so they're more well worded than I am. I can't even like speak it like they do, but like, yeah, they don't have to stop and identify, you know, and they know whether or not they have to, and they're like, oh well, you know, we're criminally investigating. Like, well, for what crime? You know what I mean? They like literally just lay it down. Am I being detained right now? You know what I mean? They fucking, like you said, trespass me now, otherwise I'm going back in to get my fucking stamp. Like, he's just, like, I love it, dude. But because they talk to, like, the most high-ranking, basically, city, like, who you'd think would be, like, the most official people. He's talking to the chief of police. He's talking to the mayor. He's literally talking to the fucking mayor. You know what I mean? He goes and talks to the head of HR at the fucking city council. He talks to the chief of internal affairs of the police department. He goes into the police department. You know what I mean? He walks around outside the police department filming the fucking cars, and they go, can we help you? And he's like, no, I'm good. And they're like, we need to ask you to leave. He's like, no, I'm not leaving. Like, and then it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know, it just shows me kind of what people will do. It's kind of interesting, because a lot of times it's just some Karen in the window like calls the police, and the police have to come and say like, no, he's fine. But sometimes the police actually trip. But it's just interesting to see the public. A lot of these videos are just videos in public, and you just see genuine interactions with the public, and it just makes it more comfortable for me to be in public, because you see what people will do under a weird circumstance. With this guy's walking around with a camera videoing. Like, that's kind of a weird circumstance. It's kind of the point of the whole thing. But it shows you that, but now the release of the video shows you what people will do in a weird circumstance. Especially a weird circumstance where they're trying to forcibly stop you from doing what they feel like you're not allowed to fucking do that. And they think that they're well within their right to force you to stop doing it. And then you refuse. You know what I mean? And then you get to see what they do in that situation, which is fucking interesting to me. It's interesting to me. And for whatever reason, I feel like it gives me more confidence. Like, I got pulled over recently. It's probably not a surprise to you. But, like, it's just some stupid shit. But I, like, literally told the police, I'm like, what's the problem? Like, seriously, I was literally following the guy in front of me. He's like, no, you were catching up to him. I was like, I was behind him the whole time from when we pulled out. Because if you're following the person in front of you, that's like actually kind of an argument against a speeding ticket. Which is exactly what I was doing. I was following the person in front of me at that speed. Now, it's not really an argument against the speeding, because technically you were going that speed regardless. But it is an argument to say, why didn't he pull over the other guy right there that was also going that speed? Right? So I told him when he stopped me, I was like, listen, I was just following the person in front of me, going their speed. And he's like, you were gaining on them. And I'm like, dude, I've been behind him the whole time, since a mile and a half ago when we pulled out behind, I pulled out behind him from the light a mile and a half ago. I've been behind him for a mile and a half. I wasn't gaining on him. I've been on his ass the whole fucking time.
If he wanted to hit you for something, he should have been following too close.
No, I was not following too close. That's what he said. I was gaining on him because there was a gap. Like, there was enough of a gap that, like, I could have been perceptually gaining on him as I was trying to maintain my buffer, but he continued to accelerate. You see what I'm saying? So he must have accelerated a little quicker than me. I didn't realize that he was going that fast. I went to catch up, to like speed up to catch up on him, and as I like started to catch up on him, I got fucking flicked. So, like, whatever. But the point is, I felt very comfortable to literally say that, and I'm gonna show the magistrate. I actually scheduled a court date because I'm gonna show the magistrate. Listen, I was following his car for a mile and a half. I'm delivering pizza. I have a sign on my car. I'm delivering pizza, and this guy pulls me over with a pizza sign when I'm going supposedly 15 over, which he said I was going 60 in this 45. Honestly, I was going faster than I thought, but I was directly behind the guy in front of me for the whole time for a mile and a half. I wasn't even really looking at the speed. I was zoning out. And
wouldn't even bring up the pizza shit. I wouldn't say anything.
No, I
would just
wouldn't say anything like that.
I
But
was
I did
just- I
but I
was
did
just
tell the
following
guy too.
in front of me.
As he was driving away, I was like,
Like
bro.
you
He goes, and if you squeal your tires as you drive away, I'm gonna write you for disorder. I don't know what it was. He said he was gonna write me for. He said I'll cite you for that. And I go, I'm just a pizza guy doing my job. And I like drove off real quick. Like real quick. Like just enough to not squeal my tires. You know what I mean? Like fuck him. You know what I mean? What the fuck are you doing? I've been delivering pizzas since I was 18. That was 2004, dude. I was delivering pizzas in 2004 and I've never ever been pulled over with a sign on my car.
Right.
I'm sorry. It was one time I was doing like 95 at like 3 in the morning. And that I deserved.
Well, what I was gonna say is like, yeah, you're just doing your job, and he's just doing his job, which is to extract money from the public.
Right, but
right, you're making money, and it's his job to take it from you.
yeah, but like you should get the person in front of me. That was my argument. So it doesn't really matter. Point is, I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna show the magistrate the video, and if they knock it off, then they knock it off, and if they don't, then they don't. He did write me for only like impeding, but like seriously. Oh no, he wrote me. Yeah, he wrote me for 5 over, which is not okay with me. That's 2 points, and I'm not okay with it.
Yeah.
He's gonna knock it down to impeding.
Well, you said video though. What?
I have a dash cam.
You have dash cam. What was the dash cam? Show your speed.
Mm-hmm.
And is this?
But I can cut it off.
Over?
It's at the bottom.
Oh.
And furthermore, it doesn't matter. Like my argument is not that I wasn't going that speed. But I could show the speed, but it would show that I was going almost 60. So it wouldn't really help.
I don't know if the video shows you going 60 and the guy in front of you is also going 60, then that may be like evidence of guilt, right? Like I think it is, even though it's like, okay, maybe the cop maybe should have got the guy ahead of you, but right, like if the evidence shows that you were speeding, I don't think there's anything.
Right, so usually the magistrate, in my experience, will offer to knock down whatever infraction you have instantly without any justification or reason. As soon as you show up, they're like, dude, can we just drop it to impeding and just end this right now? And I'm just like, yep. And then, like, that's the end of the conversation. That's how I expect it to go.
The best case is if the cop doesn't even show up for court date.
Right, that would be the best case. However, it's a Zoom call, so I'm thinking not likely, but I don't really know. But, either way.
Yeah, last time I was in court was before Zoom existed.
I know, it's stupid. I have to do Zoom.
Yeah, I had 2 speeding tickets in Clinton Township. One of them wasn't a speeding ticket, that's right. The speeding, wait, yeah, no, that's right. I got a speeding ticket on Gratiot in that 35 stretch right by Jason's.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And then the
You're doing
cop
60
never
and a
showed
35. Yep, okay.
No, it wasn't 60 and a 35. I don't think so.
It was over 55, I thought. You told me. I thought you told me anyway.
Maybe.
Anyway, keep going.
But yeah, cop never showed up, and I got off on that one. And then there was another time where I was delivering pizza for Domino's, and cop told me that I didn't stop fully at a stop sign.
Like, yeah, I'm delivering pizzas for Domino's. Like, what the fuck do you want? Like, yeah,
so,
and
he did show up to court for that, but he didn't like. He didn't give me shit. Like he gave me a fix-it ticket for my. I guess maybe had a brake laid out or something, right? Like, I don't know. Like he basically, like, you know, he did show up to court and he just confirmed that I had like solved the issue and then let me go. I didn't even have to go before a judge on that one.
sweet.
But with the speeding ticket, I did go before the judge, and then he's like, it was a bunch of people that the cop didn't show up for. He's like, well, you, and you're all free to go. Charges dismissed.
Right. Cop ain't here. Yeah, the cops do that. They schedule all the shit they want to dismiss on the same day, and they just don't fucking go to that shit. I think that's what they do.
The thing is, I think they get like paid extra to go to court. So I don't know why they don't just show up, right? Like,
Either way, I'm expecting to get the drop to impeding. If I can't get a drop to impeding, I'll be pissed, because that'll be the first points on my record, I think, ever? Maybe? So. Oh no, the one time I got in an accident, I'm sure that was my fault. I was like 19 and very emotional. My girlfriend broke up with me. That's my worst driving, by the way, is if I'm actually actively crying. I'm a really bad driver.
Yeah, that's a bad time to be driving for anybody.
Yep. And I was coming up toward I mean, I wasn't like crying at the moment, but I was like on and off and just mega distracted. And it was honestly, I was looking at something on my windshield and I was kind of trying to get it to wipe. And the wipers going as I was coming down the bridge on South Boulevard toward the stoplight that if you turned left at it would take you to Avondale High School. And the light's usually blinking orange. So as I'm, you know, kind of looking at the windshield.
Oh, I know that's what you're talking about.
Yep, as I'm kind of looking at the windshield, waiting for that spot to wipe, as I'm like spraying it, watching it wipe back and forth. And I look up and I see the lights, you know, basically blinking orange like it always was. And then I look back and as soon as shit, I look up, holy fuck, it is red. It was not blinking orange. It was, I just glanced and it was fucking orange. It was not blinking orange, sir. It was orange and turning red, and the fucking bitch in front of me, instead of like going through an orange, fucking locked her brakes up, dude.
Yeah.
And I hit her so gently that there was no damage to her car at all.
I've had one of those kind of accidents before. I was leaving Great Lakes Crossing, and it was icy, and the car just kind of slid down the ice and just tapped the car in front of me.
Now, don't get me
No
wrong.
damage to either car.
There was damage to my car, but because of the angle of her car, because I'm telling you, she locked her brakes up. So her car is tipped up forward, dude. And my car was the same. Nose down, tipped up forward, you know what I mean? And my fucking nose went right under the back of her bumper. Her back bumper crinkled up my hood, mashed my radiator, totaled my car, and didn't have a fucking scratch on it. Her car, you couldn't tell, got hit. So that's how it is. Yeah, so now we got the double jump. So now the world is my potato. We've got 18 armor, we've got the double jump. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the greatest stream of Rogue Legacy you will see streamed live here in the year 2022. You are watching hard mode. I am in position, we are in position, and we are fucking cruising. Fable weapon has got to be passed on. How do you like my broadcast voice? Dude, it was hilarious. This fucking chick, I answered the phone at work, and swear to God, this week, she goes, "You have a good, like, broadcast voice." She goes, "You should go into broadcast." I was like, "Thanks, I'm actually, like, literally starting a podcast." She, like, asked me the name of the podcast. She told me she'd watch it. I'm like, no fucking way, that's ridiculous. You know, some, like, 40-year-old woman. I'm like, no way. She wished me luck on the podcast when I saw her in real life.
Knocked a guy's head straight off with a pole hammer.
Oh, you're playing as you now?
Yeah. I'm addicted to this Mordhau game, dude.
Yeah, it's me on Rogue Legacy, dude. I cannot put it down. This is about to be fire, though. This round, I'm realizing, is going to be really good.
He just added female character models, and everybody's been memeing about it. And somebody noticed today that they did like the minimum amount of effort. And, like, the female character model had a like, everybody's like, oh, that's a cod piece.
Oh my god.
They had like turned the model sideways and had it whatever, and there's like a bulge. Like, They just basically took the male player model, tweaked the characteristics, and put a female face and voice on it, right? Like, but everybody memes about it because there's like no girls that play this game at all, right? It's just not that kind of game.
Yeah, it's like hops.
Nope. And how realistic is it to have like female characters like fighting with swords and shit?
That's not the important part, bro. Oh, I have a double jump, dude. This is so easy with the double jump. God damn, this game just became like easy mode. How did hard mode become easy mode, dude? What the fuck happened? I'm literally max health. Get fucked. Oh, yes.
So I just hit a bard. And I had to do the sorry emote. One of the rules in this game, you don't attack bards. Everyone will turn on you if you hit somebody who's playing music. Team, friend or foe, it doesn't matter. They will all just start swinging at you because you hit the bard.
Oh, this guy's gonna make so much money, dude. This run's gonna be so good. I can smell it, dude. I just did like 12 runs getting stronger and stronger so I could get that double jump. I was just dunking directly into zone 3. Now I'm coming into zone 1 with a double jump. Stacking relics on this knight. I can feel it, dude. We're at 1,664 gold already. Which is far greater than any recent run. 1712, not far greater. It's a little bit greater. No way. How did that not work? No way.
You got a spin kick off the,
No, I know it. I know. But, like, I feel like I should have enough distance to... There we go.
It probably would work easier if you weren't the gigantic. Yeah.
I don't have the long dash. It was making that harder than I was expecting. Is there any advantage to like reading those? They don't like give you anything, do they? 'Cause I've been skipping all of them.
Reading what?
Like the lore books and shit.
Oh, they give you quests sometimes, and the quests are what like give you the hints to figure out where the boss buffs are.
But I don't need hints, right?
No, I mean if you already know where all the the 15% damage buffs.
Right.
Like if you know where they are, you don't need the hints. I don't think.
15% damage buffs.
Yeah, like you know, if you do a certain like there's certain places you can go. I mean, you even led me to one of them. I didn't need it because I already killed the boss. But like, remember you were saying to hit the button to make the bridge appear and shit.
Yeah.
You know, if you get it, it gives you, 15% damage against that particular boss.
Right, but you can I think that applies to that boss over and over again through all your New Game Plus ones.
Oh.
Oh, 2,200, and our first relics are found. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Wow. This allows me to take Blessing of Life, because I can block it. Oh, that's so helpful.
I just got a random javelin kill. This this dungeon map they just added. Everybody runs out of their spawns like maybe 50 yards away from each other. So I just started throwing javelins as I come out of spawn, and I caught one of their ballistas, and I headshot somebody.
Nice. Just fucking spawn killed him.
Not really at spawn, like as they're running out of spawn. Like I was running out of spawn, they were running out of spawn. I just launched a couple javelins and got really good effect out of it. Just tearing people apart with a messer right now.
Tearing, that makes me want to play StarCraft.
I keep swinging into the wall right now. I'm 9-4, second place on the team right now. Oh, didn't even make it out of the spawn gate. The messer is a sword that is mainly used for slashing, and it can either be one-handed or two-handed.
Here we go. This is a good run, dude. $3,100 gold. Counting. I'm gonna take this block charge up here to use on this fairy chest. Alright, so now see, because it's lose no health, so if I get hit one time, this block charge will save me. Oh, like that. Like in case you happen to get hit one time, then you lose no health.
Oh my god, I just quad killed.
Players?
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
I just tore through these fuckers. I love when people try to fake me out, because I've learned, like, instead of trying to block the feints, I just attack into them, and then they just get hit. Like, if you just try to chamber every swing, then you don't get feinted. You can't always do it.
Shit. There we go.
16 and 6 right now.
That's really good. Oh, I can do this. I can do this.
This
red
stupid
dwarf.
guy, he's got a he's playing a dwarf with flesh wound, and I hit him one time with the messer and it killed him basically, like triggered flesh wound. Well, flesh wound is a perk that basically makes you like the Black Knight in Monty Python. It when you die, if they hit you in the head, it doesn't go off because you're just dead. But shit, that was bad. When you die, like either your arm gets cut off or your leg gets cut off, and you have like 5 seconds to continue attacking while you scream your head off, and then you just die anyway. Like, but you know, it gives you that extra 5 seconds to maybe get another kill before you die. But it's funny because if you lose your sword arm, all you can do is punch with your other arm. But if you lose a leg, you can kind of like hobble around on the one leg. But since he's playing a dwarf, He takes extra damage.
Got a pretty tough boss fight I'm facing up here.
Oh.
These guys are tough.
Is this in the scar or whatever? Or
No, this is a red door.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not the scar, so I couldn't think of the name of what that is.
It's like a red door. I don't know if there's a name for it. It's like this red portal.
Yeah, I thought there was a name for those rooms.
I just call them the red door. This thing. Well, that went well. I only got hit once, I think. Yeah, it went really well. I'm just able to continue here in Zone 1, like, no problem. Oh yeah. Those guys like got a stump, dude. He's got the flesh wound, dude. Is that like one of the people you're playing against?
Hey, what?
You were saying the one, like you were saying someone.
Oh,
like,
the dwarf with flesh wound. Yeah, like if somebody plays a dwarf, they move slower and take extra damage. But like they're basically odd job, right? Like, it's this odd job with some kind of balancing factors, right? Like,
right.
But since he had flesh wound, also like just one hit of the messer was enough to make him fucking die.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever like actually one shot somebody with a messer that
full
wasn't
one
like
shot somebody.
not wearing fucking armor, right? Like if somebody has no armor, that'll make him die pretty fast too.
Okay.
People do that though. Some people are so good at the game they just run around with no armor on because they're not getting hit.
Yeah, just don't get hit.
Right? It makes them faster, right? It's harder to hit them because they like turn around and run out of your swing and shit. They just know the movement system so well. This pole hammer is so wicked.
You look how I popped the wall there? Oh, you probably didn't see it. Use the barbarian shield to pop the wall. Just tough because you have to have an incoming attack. So I had to like bait one.
Oh, yeah, you gotta reflect it
Yeah.
at the perfect time, right?
Yeah.
You have to parry, basically, right?
Yep. Well, that's Zone 1 complete. We're looking at almost... Well, it's 4,900 gold.
Oh, you fucking hacking piece of shit. This guy is like doing 360 moves. He did like a come at me bro emote. And in the middle of the emote, he like feinted to parry both of our attacks. And then he just started doing like 360 moves after that. Like some people definitely hack in this game. I've seen people who automatically parry everything. Like you can get behind them and they'll just like do a 180 parry without even knowing you're there. It's not common, but it happens.
Looks like a good thing to skip over here.
I dropped his weapon. If you run out of stamina and parry, you drop your weapon. I just killed a guy with a dagger because he was trying to kill me with a dagger. I have no pole hammer, but I have like a dagger as a backup. This guy's trying to bait me in a bear trap. He has 2 bear traps, 3 bear traps. No, I'm not falling for it. He doesn't even have a weapon. He just got 3 bear traps and fists.
So, what do you think about, like, streaming on Twitch? Like, becoming a streamer? Just testing out different video games and streaming on Twitch. Well, you like to spend time playing video games. You know, that's why I'm doing it, because I'm like, I'm already spending time playing video games. I might as well start building my audience and practice being a public speaker, basically.
I don't know. I mean, I could stream on Twitch, but I wouldn't be chasing views, right? Because I'm playing a game that, you know, maybe a couple people would watch, right? Like, I'm not gonna try to like play the algorithm, and you know, I'm not going back to League of Legends.
Right.
And Overwatch 2 seems like a pile of dog shit.
Yeah, but like, just do your own thing. So like, just do what you already like to do, right? Like, why not just broadcast what you already like to do? You already like to test out new video games, play them for a while, figure out how they work, figure out the mechanics, talk about it. You know, I mean, you could broadcast that. People watch that.
Yeah, people probably do watch more how some like let me check just for look at more how viewership on Twitch right now. I can't type in it? Okay, that's weird. I have to have the game closed in order to type with the controller out of the window. That's fucking weird.
Ugh.
Plus then there's the whole idea of like the camera and having like, I mean, I really want my place to be clean enough to be able to put the camera on anyway, but
Green
it's not
screen
right
it.
now. Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking about needing a green screen because here's my idea too. Is one of the things I wanted to do is like publish my photographs. I take a lot of photographs of like sunsets and like just like trees and shit. So what I'm gonna do in my background of I'm just gonna green screen myself, and then every video I'm just gonna use a different like photo that I've taken. You know what I mean? As the background. Just some sunset or some shit, some beach, whatever. And so it's a way to kind of like immortalize those pictures in a certain sense anyway. There's also, I really feel like leaves a good legacy for like my my children, which I hope to have children, and you know, they'll be able to see, you know, they'll be able to hear what their grandpa was like or whatever, and what their dad was like.
Oh, you'd have to save all your VODs, or you have to download them or whatever, right? Like,
But like YouTube's like pretty permanent.
kinda, until they fucking memory hole your ass.
Right. True.
Then it's all gone. And you know how it's going, right? Like increasingly, they're doing that to more and more people.
Oh shit.
Alex Jones was the test case, right? Like once they do it to him, they're doing it to everybody. But these idiots don't get to cheer that shit on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're not doing anything like political. I don't think so. I'm not too worried at this point.
Even if you're not doing shit political, you can make a joke and then they just don't like the joke that, you know, take it the
You're
wrong
absolutely
way.
right. Absolutely right. So maybe I'm not as worried as I should be. But YouTube's not gonna be my only like platform. It's gonna be the main, but
And you got shit like what they did to Dr. Disrespect, where they had a contract and broke it. Banned him off the platform to save money because their competition went under.
$8,500 gold, dude. This is by far a record run. Old record's like 3K. This is like triple the old record. All I needed was the double jump. This is insane, dude. This character is so much stronger. And it's a giant, too. I'm dealing with gigantism the whole time. Hmm?
I was still trying to look at what Mordhau's Twitch viewership was. I tabbed back to the game because it wouldn't let me use my controller to type. I've gotten pretty fast with typing with the Steam controller. It's got a pretty good system for it because you use the touchpads to select the letter and the triggers to select the letter. Or I mean, like, you know, you position with the touchpads and select with the triggers.
Fish so unpredictable.
There are 3 people streaming Mordhau with a total of 11 viewers.
How many people are streaming World War UFC 2 though?
Let's see.
Ooh, got a bounty room.
There are 3 people streaming Brutal Legacy 2 with a total of 5 viewers.
Aha, so your game's more popular than mine.
Yours is actually at the top of the 3. You're tied with somebody who's, theirs is in Korean. Oh, dude, I don't know if you saw what happened in South Korea today.
No.
150 people got killed in a trample incident, like a crowd surge. There was like 10,000 people in the streets, jam-packed together, and somehow a crowd surge happened, and yeah, well, at least 150 people dead. It's like fucking crazy.
Wow.
It's like the Travis Scott fucking incident times, you know, 10.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's fucked. Oh, no. Bad move. I'm really gonna start ducking. Oof. Team killed. I'm so happy I killed that guy who had a dagger, and I killed him with my dagger. He was running away into this little house. God, fucking scimitar. Dude just killed 3 of us. I was the first one in. I ran straight at him, jump kicked, missed the jump kick, swung, he parried, riposted. The riposte hit 2 of us. Oh shit, I managed to bandage and then I couldn't switch back and parry in time. Yeah, I would have to download OBS again. I don't even have it installed on this computer. I don't think I ever installed it on this computer. I think what the idea was is I still have my old computer and I was gonna get a capture card or some shit and then use the old computer to like run the stream.
There you go.
So I don't have to use the resources. Oh, I just hit this guy right in the head with the pole hammer from above. Those overhead pole hammer hits are insane. It just hits from so far away. It's all single target damage, just smash right down on their helmet. I don't know if it'll one-shot all helmets like the Maul will. It probably doesn't. Maul is a special case. It was short range and slow. This guy just fucking fainted a riposte, and I didn't think he could do that unless he false riposted. I went. Oh, I'm not even on the. Oh, I'm 21 and 16. That's not bad. As long as I get more kills than deaths, I'm like happy in this game. Really, as long as I'm improving.
Right.
It's tough though. There's so many mind games. With the feints and the morphs and all that shit. Like, I mean, I do it to people too. It's just I don't feint that much. I morph all the fucking time. I need to start feinting more, which is kind of silly because I have feint and parry on the same trigger. Like if I pull it a little bit, it feints, and if I full pull it, it parries. Which is really useful because it allows me to begin a swing, cancel it, and then parry afterward. Which I guess you can cancel a swing with a parry, but this allows me to like delay it to when like, you know, the hit's actually coming in. I just have to be careful not to like pull it too fast when they're not actually swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he did swing, and I parried too early anyway because it's a long. This swing is just so fucking slow. That was a tough fight. Surprised I didn't die. This guy hit me like 3 times. I had full armor on. And I got him with a stab. It was like basically we were both 1 hit from death by the end of the fight. I just fucking love this game. There's no other game where you can like swing a sword around like this, right? Like, there's games where you got, you know, Skyrim's got swords and shit, right? But it's, you just press the button and it swings, right? Whereas this is, you press the button, it pulls the swing back and then swings, and the whole time you're able to like move and turn your character and shit. Like there's a cap on the turn once the swing starts. Like then, you know, they don't let you just like do a fucking 720 mid-swing, right? Like that'd be stupid.
That's how I always attack.
You don't get to be fucking arms warrior in this, right? Blade storming all over the place. I mean, it does feel like arms warrior, kinda, right? Like it's everybody's arms warrior with different arms.
This is crazy. I've got 14,000 on this run right now. Again, old record was like 3K.
Oh, dude.
This is nuts, dude. I'm at full health again. I thought I should
stream up on my other monitor. Like I can look over. It's just when I'm in the middle of doing shit on here, I'm not really looking.
No, I'm not saying you should look or something. Just kind of talking about what's happening.
Guy's head off. Got killed by the mall. Getting your head cut off in first person is hilarious because it like the camera like stays fixed to your eyes.
$15,000.
Oh, my controller. I don't know what happened there, dude. My controller was just like looking down. Is it drifting? No. Fuck your scimitar, bitch.
Nice, I just got another rune.
I like ran off the stairs and stabbed somebody in the head on the way down. That was fucking hilarious.
Right.
Aiming stabs is like pretty clutch, right? Like, cause the sword goes where you're aiming, and you can move it in the middle, like, you know, just like the swings, right? Like you can move your character and adjust the angle that you're pointing in, right? Like, so once that thrust actually goes out, it's like wherever you're looking. What's this?
I'm surprised that room went as well as it did. Oh, it's don't get hit, it's not take no damage. It's don't get hit. finally. More sanguine. Looks like we've got several red doors. Or I could attempt zone 4. Try zone 4. I completed 3 zones, dude, so far with this guy. Alright, got the first enemy. That's not a good sign. Oh no, and then I get hit by the trap. I was worried about the spikes, really? I didn't even see that guy.
Jesus Christ, this guy's fucking auto-aiming javelin. I think I got javelin fucking twice in the head while I was moving all over the place. Like I wasn't attacking anybody, I was following a bard and just kind of moving randomly. And I got javelin to hell. Tried to kill me with an icicle. Pick this shit up. How do you pick it up? You can't pick up the icicle anymore? I think you picked this up. Fucking surrounded.
I thought I'd be able to make it to the heirloom, but I don't know where it is. I was thinking I didn't want this heirloom that much, but I really do. It's the longer dash. Where is it? Ooh. It is don't get hit, isn't it? Let's see how good the Ice Sword is on the don't get hit run.
One where it's like
If you get hit
does
once, it
extra
breaks.
damage, but it's fragile. Yeah.
I don't really think I should do a
Oh my
defeat all
God,
enemies.
get out of my way! Stop moving to the left. Fuck.
Is this it? This isn't where it is it?
Fucking javelin masters. Flinching mechanic fucking ruins you if you're fighting more than one person. If you don't like parry all of their hits, you're basically done, because every time you try to swing, they flinch you. If you get hit mid-attack, you can't attack again for a second, but you can parry.
Yeah, I wonder if this block charge will save me from the Ice Sword breaking.
Probably. You're not taking damage.
I wonder if the Ice Sword... I wonder if I take this Blessing of Life where I take 0 damage if the Ice Sword will break. Nope. So yeah, maybe the block charge will prevent the Ice Sword from breaking. That'd be amazing. But I just used my block charge. Whoops.
Where's all my other axes? I love this build. It's got 3 one-handed axes.
No. My shit broke.
Even with the block.
No, I didn't have a block charge.
Uh,
Shit, I just rushed the shit out of that room. I don't know why I did that. I was doing so well. Yeah, I don't think I can effectively, like, don't get hit while I talk about different video games. Not very good at that.
javelin, bitch.
So I got tons of money, dude. We're talking 20k. Over 20k. This is amazing. Can now buy everything. Especially this bounty rune. And the haste rune.
Let's run.
Huh?
I said beast run.
Yeah, fucking mega run, dude.
Oh, this shit's hilarious. The one-handed axe attacks really fast, and you can throw it pretty quickly. So I just like swing, 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 and if they, as soon as they get out of range, just throw it at their face. There's no retreating from it, right? Like, it's a very aggro build. You're right in their face because it's short range, and then if they actually manage to get away, you can throw 2 of them and still have another one left. It is unlike the throwing axe.
Oh,
Throwing axe can't be.
I was realizing how much I really wanted this class, the potions restore your class talent. I might actually splurge for this, dude.
That is like good and bad. It depends on the actual class. Like sometimes, you know, it's on just a regular cooldown and it's like, okay, whatever. But sometimes it's like, okay, you gotta kill a bunch of enemies before you can use it again, and that makes it really nice.
This restores stew charges when you get potions. And the chef's stew ability.
Yeah, that shit is awesome.
But the only thing I want to buy is the thing that gets me more gold find.
Also have scavenger on this build, so if I kill somebody, they drop all their weapons. So I'll be throwing the axes occasionally, and then I'll pick up somebody else's stuff. Dwarf bastard.
I just bought a bunch of gold find. Like, I don't know, like, as much as I want other stats, like, all the other stats can wait until I have more gold find, you know what I mean? As long as I can afford more gold find, I'll keep buying that first, I think.
I mean, gold find is like building SCVs, right? Like,
Right.
never really thought about it that way before, but yeah, you're fucking, the way you do the tower is basically like
This
the
is
same as your
StarCraft.
like build order for StarCraft, right? Like, it's not real time, it's just, it's overtime strategy, right? Like,
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Oh yeah, look at that. That's perfect.
That's fine. Client and trebuchets.
4 out of 20. I think I will. I think I might just keep. I might like skip right to zone 4. Try to get that last relic. I'm sorry, heirloom. Because I don't think there's an heirloom in zone 5. Rather, until you beat the boss in zone 5, you don't get the heirloom. Dude, it was 4 out of 20 health for 420 health. Are you shitting me? Do you see this?
Yeah.
But my vitality upgrades, I had 4 out of 20 ranks also. Like, really?
That's 420 with a knight too, so that's actually like baseline.
Yeah. With this armor set.
So does the armor set affect your vitality also?
The helmet has vitality on it. And the obsidian set basically has vitality on every piece. It really doesn't matter what your stats are. As long as you just don't get hit, you can just beat all of it. Right? I think.
fucking bear trap. I was tearing these fuckers up until I ran into a bear trap.
No, I just tore up zone fucking 1, dude. And I found zone 4, so I guess I'm just gonna start it.
Okay. Apparently, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, I wouldn't say it. I had flesh wound triggered, then I killed a guy and started healing from rampage. So I died and then healed to full health and still died. Trying to transform. I keep trying to morph attack this axe. It's like not working. It hits so fast. You gotta like really do it quickly. It's hilarious. I killed 2 people with these axes in a row. Neither one had a helmet on, and I just threw both axes, hit them both in the head. Fucking hilarious, dude. That is why you wear a fucking helmet.
Right.
Now I'm using one of the Stabby Boys rapiers. Now I got rid of that, and I got a full hammer. The scavenger perk's hilarious, dude. Everybody you kill drops all their weapons. So you can just improvise constantly.
Really? I couldn't walk under him. Come on. I only pull out 2300, but that's because I just didn't take the better route like I wanted to.
$37 and 22 right now. And I'm like 8th on the fucking scoreboard. There's a guy who's 91 and 20 on my team.
Well.
Oh, there's so many bear traps. team killed. Oh my god, how'd he dodge every single stab? What the fuck? Oh, I got the trebuchets loaded. Finally. Oh my god. Happened again, healed a full after getting killed. Yeah, I gotta change builds because we're on the final objective and I just wanna like go straight for the fucking commander. Oh my god. I got behind the commander with the mop master and just started fucking him up. I didn't survive, but I got like 3 hits on him before I got killed. And a couple javelins. Fucking commander's still at like 80%. And we only have 5 minutes to kill his ass. I know bear trap again. Holy shit. It's in the middle of fighting a guy here who proposed his swing and then stepped into a bear trap and died. These guys are being so spammy with the bear traps. This guy didn't try to finish me off. He hit me twice from behind. I didn't know he was there. And I turned around and parried and riposted and he fucking ran away. seconds left, and they're still at half health. That is a loss. Hard fought loss. Pushed all the way to the end. This is the part where, like, you know, people bitch about archers in this game, but you fucking need archers to do this objective. I don't know how they expect you to do it without archers. The whole idea is to kill him. It's like a player who, you know, when he dies it's over, but he's got a shit ton of health, and he's huge, and it's like a truck. But he's like protected, right? Like the whole fucking team is protecting him. So how are you supposed to kill him without shooting with arrows? Like if they didn't want to have archers in the game, they wouldn't have them in the game, right? They would perfectly fair way to play. Sorry, am I stressing you over this?
No, it's I'm getting tired.
Should be tired. Be at this Dairy Queen at 10 o'clock and it's 3. Yep, can't win 1v5. Tried to flank, got caught. I don't know what the objective is on this map on Invasion. It's like too new. Played this on Frontline, but not Invasion. Good autumn on routines. It's like it's.
What's that?
These skulls. It's just like throwing. This new map has got some weird shit going on. I was chasing some guy who was carrying something that looked like some kind of egg, and I thought it might be part of the objective. Killed him, picked it up, and dropped it because I was going to fight somebody, and then they picked it up and threw it at me. Saw a guy standing still, so I threw javelins at him, but he blocked him. Clearly wasn't AFK. Oh my god, we have a pushback to their spawn entrance. There's like fucking 15 people trying to get out of this hallway. Playing on a modded server in this the other day. It was like a modded deathmatch with random weapons. And one of the weapons was the bat from Smash Brothers. Made the same sound and everything.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was cool as fuck. Oh no, my controller's drifting. The gyro starts drifting every now and then. I have to set the controller down and leave it stable and untouched for a few seconds. This guy's playing, it's like you know the music from Super Mario World on the levels where you have to ride, the levels where you're riding, like, moving platforms.
No.
No, if you heard it, we played a crap load of Super Mario World at one point.
Yeah.
You would know the song. This guy's playing this particular Super Mario World song on the loop. So it's like... I'm doing it wrong, but you get the impression. But yeah, that's like the middle of the song. The main part's like dun 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 dun.
Oh, yeah.
I always fuck up when they don't faint the first one and then do faint the second one. That corner one too. This fly-hander is from so far. only slept like fucking 1 or 2 hours last night, and I'm about to do the same fucking shit today.
Damn.
Because I end up getting home at midnight from work, and then I gotta do shit in the morning too, because like I'm in between 2 jobs for this, minimal moment at least, right? Once I'm at a Dairy Queen, like even if I'm closing, they close at fucking 9. So, at least until the summer. Oh, it was fun talking to you.
Yeah.
Take
it easy, bro.
Congrats on getting double jump on your hard mode run.
Thank you. This is going
And
pretty
also
well.
gaining like 20 levels or whatever.
Yeah, this is going really well, so thank you.
Maybe I'll catch you later.
See ya. Wow. He usually has a wind up, but he decided to just like smash me real quick. While I was down there, what a jerk. He's gonna die for that. Oh my god, he's gonna get me. Oh my god, he did too. What a bastard. That's about the end of the run. I'm getting tired. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching. Rather, I'm gonna spend the money and then I'm gonna end the stream. But yeah, I'm really tired. The run's going really well. I'm really excited about this. Hard mode is going very, very well. Cruising along here. Now that we got the double jump, huge difference. Back to 9,000 gold. Amazing. More gold find? Shall we? This isn't excessive, is it? This doesn't seem excessive. No, that's not excessive. Pretty good spend, I'm happy with that. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. We're gonna pick up tomorrow. Should have plenty of time to stream tomorrow. I'll see you all then. Take care of yourself, take care of the people who love you. Stretch, drink water.